What is good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we're back again with another episode and portfolio update. Today, I'm wondering if you guys are buying because I sure am, but a little bit differently because we've had to make some changes. Um, Before we do that, let's get into the nitty gritty, get the housekeeping done. First and foremost, shout out to the bag chasers. This is for you. You guys get it first. It'll be Sunday, March 5th. Hopefully, you made it through the weekend. You didn't fumble any bags. And, you guys will be getting this update today. For those of you who are in the general public, you will be getting this Wednesday, which will be Wednesday. Crap, I don't even know what day Wednesday is. That's how behind I am. They're just days at this point. You'll be getting it Wednesday, March 8th. If you would like to get access to this content sooner, you could join the Bag Chasers. The Bag Chasers is not my Patreon group. It is Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com's Patreon group. We march hard over here. It's a great network to be in. Most of the value, in my opinion, is within the obvious Patreon. There are exclusive videos that we have access to, some free game, special interviews, special Q&A sessions, special mastermind stuff. The other piece of that is the Discord. There's a lot of great stuff going on in the Discord, a lot of networking, a lot of comparing notes for those people who are actively trying to better themselves, get ahead, actually searching out opportunities. The Discord is a gem. Also, other ways to get a hold of me if you have questions that you would like answered during the show, you can email me recklessraydinero@gmail.com. All links are in the description. High key recommend people to check out the description for my videos. There's some nuggets in there, some gems, some opportunities. Obviously, link to the Patreon, links to contact me, links to get involved with some of the other platforms that I am on. All in there. I've got my link tree in there. You can get a hold of me literally anywhere. And moving forward, this week we saw a little bit of volatility, a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of action to the downside. And so these are things that I'm looking at, which in all honesty, the way that I have my portfolio set up right now, it's not looking that bad. Like, in all honesty, like it's really not. We can go through here first of all, since we're getting in here. Let's look at the top 10. Top 10, number 1, obviously, Ethereum. Number 2, Synthetic SNX. Number 3, Yearn Curve. Number 4, Wrap Bitcoin. Number 5, Alchemix. Number 6, Frax. Number 7, Velindrome Finance. Number 8, Synthetic BTC. Number 9, USD Coin. And number 10, Cosmos Atom. So nothing really changed. A couple of things that I did start doing though was I did start up my dollar cost averaging. I do a platform tax. So any platform that I use, if they have a token, if it's a platform I'm using regularly, I try to seed into the platform. So now whenever I do my transfers over, I am, because most of my transfers, when I put money into the market, the first place that it goes is to Qcoin. That's the only centralized exchange I use. I normally send stuff over there to, you know, get it mixed up or get it converted to Ethereum. So like I'll buy CashApp on, or buy Bitcoin on CashApp, shoot it over to Qcoin, convert it over to Ethereum, and then I can put it in the market or do whatever I need to do with it. There are a few, so like in the case of Atom and the Tendermint coins, like I'll convert to Atom and then get it into that ecosystem just because it's easier to do that. Also, a benefit of having one centralized exchange. Um, so now, whenever I'm going over there, I am adding to my stacks of Qcoin, their KCS coin. Um, you get a little passive for staking, obviously, and then they also give you benefits, very much like Binance, on discounts for transaction fees and whatnot, which is great. Love a discount. So I started doing that. Outside of that, like last week, everything's the same. The other thing that you'll see is I've started piecing together some of my holdings for the next bull run, some of my metaverse holdings. And so this is another coin that I'm dollar cost averaging called Superverse. Um, it's a gaming gamefi play. Definitely a game. I'm gonna get probably 1,000 or so of this token that I'm gonna DCA, and then I'll get it staked. Um, that's going to be one of many, but I can buy it in small amounts because it's so inexpensive right now. Um, but I am looking at getting a position of about 1,000 Superverse tokens stacked up, which obviously would be $128 worth. Not a huge play, but something happens next bull run and it actually gets traction and gets used. Um, it could turn into something. And this project has a lot of really good backing. Those of you who are in these YouTube streets looking at content and crypto related, this is Elio Trades. Shout out to Elio Trades, his project, and I'm willing to place a bet on that. Like I definitely I've gotten a lot of value out of his content. It looks pretty interesting. I haven't gotten into the NFT side of things yet, but as he's journeyed his way into NFTs, I've been following him, and he built this project. And his project that he's real big in, Imposters, is a part of this, and it looks like they're having a good time. And he's been very consistent. He's been consistent during the bull market, and those are things that I like to see. Are projects that are going hard when the prices are down as well as when they're up. But outside of that, everything's very the same and boring. As far as my dollar cost averaging, we're having to switch that up a little bit in regards to how I'm doing it moving forward, because we're getting down to darn near crunch time for buying this, trying to hunt down the next property or get that secured as soon as possible. And with that said, I'm having to divert more money to get over into cash to prepare for that. I am trying to facilitate this without dipping into my crypto reserves or having to sell off anything. Actually, I'm not allowing myself to sell off anything in the crypto reserves. I'll liquidate everything else first. But in regards to the moves that I'm making, so I'm putting much less into the crypto space right now. And since it's going to be a smaller dollar cost average every week, it's almost pointless to do it the way that I was doing it, where I was stacking the ETH first, because it'll just take, like, I won't get another dollar cost average into the market going that way. So I think during the time that I'm getting the house, while I'm doing these restrictive buy-ins, I'm going to just go ahead and buy into positions versus stacking the ETH first, because like this is so small that it's like I would just be stacking, and then it'll be like 6 months before I have literally any updates or any positions, and I don't want the opportunity cost of that to affect me going into preparing for the bull run, because the whole premise of this was to get into my altcoin positions as efficiently as possible, which we've been doing, and I do have a very good amount of ETH stacked up, and I don't think that'll really change considering how low the buy-ins that I'm going to have are. But I think we're going to go ahead and just go straight into those positions. So that's the other thing. Now we get to move over to the fun stuff because, like, obviously we're still up over 30% for the year, which is cool. I'm digging that. And I'm looking at getting some of these positions lined out. Like, obviously the Alchemix yield farming play, I've got to finish that out now since we switched over to that. Really excited about that. A little bit pricey considering that it's sitting on Ethereum chain and Ethereum's pricing is back up. Not exactly the best, but those are going to be some solid positions. So we're gonna keep it moving. We got the stuff that we're looking at, and we're gonna keep trucking forward. The portfolio is holding itself strong, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, geez, Synthetics did break $3. That's freaking awesome. Synthetics is surging. Great. It's also nice to have a couple of things that are going opposite direction of the market that I've got in the portfolio right now. That's definitely a good deal. Okay, so moving on, we'll get to some news. We got some news updates. So I haven't talked about it because I'm not super into NFTs like that, but there is a new marketplace that has just completely blown OpenSea out of the water. And so for my NFT creators, for my NFT buyers, for my NFT sellers, for my NFT traders, like, I think I am more or less, my NFT deals, like, I've only made like a couple. Think I'm sitting on a couple that might be over what I originally bought them for. Actually, I know one. I have one project. I'm in multi NFT. That one, based on what I'm seeing in the markets, actually covers pretty much everything that I've put into the NFT space so far. So, technically speaking, I think I'm a little bit ahead as a whole for NFTs. But, like, I bought a bunch of duds, not gonna lie. Like, I found stuff that I thought was cool, and I just bought it. And, like, I bought it for the art. It was low cost stuff. So, from that perspective, I'm not worried about those being washes. But I did get in on multi NFT, which is awesome. And I did, like, from what they've released and what I'm looking at as far as the floor price for them currently goes, that's covered my NFT experiment and then some. So I kind of see how this works now. A little bit. Like, I'm still not sure about how you pick projects or who you have to follow to get the good alpha, but I did, I played in the space and I came out ahead. So, I'm currently ahead. So, with that said, I think I'm gonna just take it. Like, that's cool. But I am looking at this platform. Seems pretty interesting. Has a lot of data, so, like, you can see how these are moving based on the floor prices and the owners and whatnot, which is pretty cool. You've got the 1 day, 7 day change. You can look at the trade volume. Apparently, there is way more liquidity over here for your NFTs, which is cool. And yeah, so this is a platform that I'm looking at checking out. And they've got their token. They did an airdrop. I actually want to see if I qualify for the airdrop. I don't think I do, but I'm gonna look. I do like the interface. The interface is kind of cool. It's got a retro vibe to it. So, we'll be checking that out. And moving on. So the other thing, I've been looking a lot into GameFi. I was an avid gamer growing up. I like games. I don't have time for them very often now. I'm working on clearing up enough schedule to give me a little bit of gaming time back. But if I was getting paid, that'd be a different story. Which brings us to GameFi, which is there's like play to earn, play to kill, all sorts of different types of play structures where you play games and you have the opportunity to actually make money, so you're not just wasting, it's not dead time, like you're actually able to do stuff. So Hyperplay has recently released, it's a Web3 game launcher, and you can, obviously it integrates with your crypto wallet, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, so they have a download for it. um, and this is interesting to me because it's going to have both Web3 games and non Web3 games in it, which is cool. It's going to have cross platform play. You have Windows, Mac, Steam Deck, and Linux, which is awesome. And then they've got, currently right now, we're in the public early access. And so, you know, something that you might want to look at. This is going to be big. Like once we start, like that wall between the traditional closed ecosystem and the open ecosystem of Web3, where it's decentralized and they're not taxing you, it's coming. And one of the other things on this platform is they're not extracting money from the developers, which I find very awesome. They're not extracting the money from the developers directly. They're actually getting money via feature ads. So like they're not taxing people for using the product and having access to people like Apple, who charges developers 30% for them to just be existing in the Apple Store, which I think is crazy, but it is what it is. And then for the last one, I actually found a game that looks pretty cool. So it's called Undead Blocks. Undead Blocks, they have a token that's listed. They have staking pools, which is also awesome. So Undead is going to be on my list, my dollar cost average list, most likely. Um, because they do have a staking pool. They have a token, obviously, and they have a game that's in beta. And what this looks like, it looks like zombies from Modern Warfare. It's a zombie game. And they said it's kind of like Mario Kart meets Warzone. And you get to go through and you're fighting zombies. You can upgrade, collect weapons. There's obviously you can take these weapons. They have team play, so you can play with your friends. It also has integration for your Xbox and PlayStation controllers, so you can play on your controller, or you can use keyboard and mouse. Obviously, I don't know why exactly you would want to use a controller over keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse is the best for those who game. You can also get weapon NFTs and upgrades, so you can, like the best part about NFTs is it's cross-platform, and so this is actually a product that looks like it's pretty. It looks to be like it's going to be pretty awesome. Um, I'm gonna definitely have to throw the beta on my work computer and see what the game's all about. Just have a mouse I can hook up to that and probably do some interesting stuff. Um, but yeah, things are happening, like actual tangibles. One of the other things I wanted to show. Let's take a look at the staking pools for this. So, gotcha. Okay, so they have, say, 30, 50, and 90% staking pools, and it's up to 12 months. Oof. Ah, that's the kicker. So there's a barrier of entry for these. I see what's going on here. Okay, so let's go back and take a look here. Let's see what Undead's going for. We're going to pull this up. Okay. Okay, Undead Blocks. I can deal with this. 19 cents. Okay, so we had a peak of 218. That means there's some good alpha in there for next bull run, because That was March. That was 10 months ago. All-time low was 2 months ago when we hit 16. So we're at the bottom. See, now this might... I like this. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Let's see what... let's see what markets they're in. So... right now... okay. So you're going to have to buy this in the... you got to buy it in the market. So what we're looking at now is we're checking the markets. It's currently on Uniswap, Gate.io, and LaToken exchange, which I've never heard of LaToken. I've heard of the other two, but they don't have a listing yet. So, since they don't have a listing, let's see here. Let's go back. What's their rank? Where are they at? Do they have a rank on here? So we're looking. So they had an all-time high of 218, all-time low of 16 cents. We're currently sitting at 19 cents, which is cool. That'll work. I'm actually going to add this to the watch list for this year. We're going to do that. What's their rank? That's what we're looking for now. I want to know where these guys are listed. Historical data, tokenomics. Jeez, I'm not even seeing it. Circulating supply, 24-hour change. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so we're going to have to look at that, but I think that's going to go on my Metaverse Plays list because they have staking and I can go stake directly on in their ecosystem. So that will also be going into my deal. So it's going to be probably about, I'd say, to get into the first tier of staking, the 6-month tier, that's going to be about 100, 195, $200. I'd say, actually, I'm just going to allocate $250 just to see what it do, and we'll go from there. That's going to be interesting. So that's going to wind us out for today. Undead Blocks, obviously, very interesting platform. They've got some really cool staking options. If you're looking at this, the thing that's important to remember is their different tiers have different amount of coins they want you to have. So, for instance, the veteran pool, which is the highest pool, it has a APY of 90% and a lock time of 12 months. So you're locking this up for a year. Bear that in mind. But if you're making a play for the next bull run, that's not actually bad getting seated in that this year. The amount that you need basically 2,500 undead tokens. So obviously you can do the math on that. At 19 cents a token, you need 2,500 of those. So you're looking at, hold on, let's take a look. I'm going to do the math for you because I have a calculator, because I don't do quick maths in my head. But 2 plus 2 is full. So 19 times 2,500. So that's $475 investment right there. That's what that play is. So something to think on. This is pretty cool, but definitely head over. The website is undeadblocks.com for those of you who are just listening and not looking. Definitely go take a look because this game is in beta, so you can download this on your computer. They have both for Mac and Windows. To give it a shot and see what you think about it. I mean, some of these zombies look pretty awesome. The graphics don't look, I mean, they're gamey, like they don't look bad. We'll put it that way. They're not terrible, and for something that's built on the blockchain, get you into the ecosystem where it could be a potential play to earn opportunity for people, something that you can play with your friends that's fun, that actually supports Web3. It's definitely worth a look. This is by far one of the most interesting games that I've seen so far come out in the space. Yeah, like this is playable. It looks like it's fun, and I'm gonna have to give it a shot because who doesn't like shooting zombies? Anyways, we're gonna wind it down with some little gameplay footage here. Ways to support the channel: you can like, subscribe, and share the video. Drop me a comment in Drop me a comment and let me know A, what you think about Undead Blocks, and B, if you know of any other games that are in the Web3 ecosystem that I should probably take a look at that we might want to have featured on here to take, you know, do a little dive into, see what we think about it. Because at this point, I'm also considering just getting this game and, doing some gameplay footage, see what it's actually about, see what we're thinking. As always, I hope you guys have had a great weekend. For those of you who are catching this Wednesday, I'm hoping you're having a good week. And if you're not having a good week, make some changes. Let's make it a good week. Those of you who are catching this Sunday, I hope you did not fumble the bag this week, and I know I didn't. And we will be catching you next week for the next portfolio update. It's your boy Reckless Ray De Niro. Tapping out.